first guy who went out in this kart wrecked.
Oh,
I'm next.
just try to relax.
Oh, I'm so relaxed.
God damn it.
So I have a good amount of experience with street cars on racetracks, but very little experience with go-karts. And my friend Sean, who runs motorsports at Atlanta Motorsports Park, races a shifter kart, and he invited me out today to give it a go and see what I think compared to street cars on the racetrack. But something tells me this is going to be way, way more intense.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Stay off the curb. Ah! That's it. Oh my God. It's a wild animal. It's completely insane. Oh. I want my mom.
That thing is an animal.
Jesus.
There were a couple of moments.
Oh my God.
It's scary, but I mean, obviously the machine has a ton of capability. I was like 70% or something maybe, so you have a feeling of like knowing that it could do a whole lot more than you can do. Sean says oversteer is the thing to worry about, whether it's under braking or steering or throttle. So as I felt oversteer, I would just kind of be gentle. I will admit I started getting fixated on the green lights on the lap timer, which tell you you're going faster. I think almost every single one of my laps was like faster than the one before it. I tried not to pay too much attention to it, but it's addictive.
Oh,
I had an aerial Atom, and compared to the C6, that feels like a go-kart. But once you get in a go-kart, you realize that while they're in the same like motorsports family, it is a completely different species of animal. There's nothing like it.
oh my God.
Just like pure terror mixed with this might be the most fun I've ever had, all at the same time. So these karts, you know, they've got an engine, 4 wheels, brakes, throttle with your right foot, in this case brake with your left foot. It's pretty familiar, but because all the stats are really jacked, like there's no weight to it, it has incredible grip, it's just like a completely different experience. And so you're out there, and especially like starting on something that's as high performance as that, you're getting this experience of learning, but you're getting exhausted. So by the end, I was ready to finally start thinking about maybe I could put together a decent lap. And by then my arms were all pumped and I was just completely done. But man, one of the most exhilarating experiences I've had in a very long time. I can see why people get into this. Crazy about that cart. Sean, who owns the cart, said that it's basically impossible the way that it's set up to get it to understeer, which means the only thing that it's going to do is oversteer. The rear end's going to come out from under you. It does that under braking. It does that under acceleration. It does it when you're downshifting. It does it when you're upshifting. And you have to be really, really careful with it. Also, you're braking with your left foot. Your clutch is with your left hand, so it's almost like a motorcycle and a car had a baby or something, and you're wrapping your head around all this stuff, and you're having to take you're gripping the wheel for dear life. There's no seatbelt, and you have this sense that you could just come out of the thing. You have to take your hand off of the wheel to shift every time, and it's got 6 gears, and every gear is good for maybe 10 miles an hour, and it just accelerates like crazy. It brakes like crazy. So it's like a car, but so stripped down to the pure essence of it that what you're left with is just like constant adrenaline dump for 10 minutes at a time. It felt like I was out there for an hour. I think it was maybe 10 laps at roughly a minute a lap.
Oh, Jesus!
Well, Jack, we just got done with my first time in a shifter kart here at the kart track at Atlanta Motorsports Park. It was an absolutely wild experience. I've got experience in a lot of different street cars. I've done some wheel-to-wheel racing. I've even done the rental enduro kart racing here, but a shifter kart is a completely different animal. I am coming down from one of the biggest adrenaline rushes that I can remember. It was absolutely wild.
This thing is crazy!